Hello out there to you. In this video, we're going to analyze two different graphs with two different excise taxes. So regular old supply and demand in a unregulated market is just, we're just looking for where do the 2 points cross. Supply equals demand, quantity is 200, that's the market at equilibrium. But we're going to put a tax, or the government's putting a tax on this. So we want to ask a couple of questions and figure out what's going to happen to the market. So first I need to know how much is the tax. So the tax is the distance between regular supply and supply plus tax, right? So it's like a shift. We shifted it to the left by that amount. So we can just pick a couple points. We could pick a point right here. That's 13 going up to 19. That's a difference of 6. We can also go 15 going up to 21. That's a difference of 6. So the tax is $6. Okay. Now we want to know by how much are we going to change the market. Okay, so you want to go to S plus tax. Where does that cross demand curve? And that's right here. This right here is going to be PB. That's the price the buyers have to pay, because the buyers are going to pay that tax plus the price of the product. And we're going to follow this down to where it hits the original supply curve. That's PS. This makes sense because if the price the buyers are paying is 19, six of those dollars have to be taxed. So that means the sellers get to keep whatever's left. Okay. That means that there's some loss. So we're losing 40 units, and the value on those 40 units is the tax. So it's $6. So the deadweight loss would be the area of this purple checkered triangle there. So 1/2. So it's the difference here to here. So that's 40 times 6, which is 240. Half of that, measured in dollars, is 120. Half of 240 is 120. Okay, that's the deadweight loss. Then the tax revenue, we know they're charging 6, or they're taxing 6 per unit. We're going to multiply that by the number of units, which is right here, 160. It's also the area of this rectangle. This orange rectangle right here. So it's all of that. So it'd just be 6 times 160. And grab the calculator. 6 times 160, 960. So the tax revenue would be 6 times 160. This is $6. This is how much money the government has raised from that particular tax. Okay, let's do one more. It's over here. And what I suggest is that you pause the video, answer these questions, and then look at my answers. Pause the video. Okay, hopefully you solved for how much is the tax, and how much is the tax revenue, how much is government revenue. Oh, that is the same thing, government revenue. How much is the deadweight loss? Okay. In this one, you could also calculate consumer surplus and producer surplus. So I suppose we could do all of those. Okay. Okay, so in terms of, so S plus tax, it's the difference. So it's 10 down to 7. So the distance here to here, that's got to be 3. And then if going from 3 to 6, just a difference there. So this is a $3 tax per unit. And then we're going to find S plus tax. Where does that hit the demand curve? It's right here. So this is PB. The price the buyers pay is going to be 10. We're going to subtract 3 from that. That's what the sellers get to keep. 7. This is PS. Okay. And the tax revenue is going to be $3 times the new quantity. So that would be 3,000. If you were looking at letters, it would be B and D. So B plus D, area of those two things. Okay. Deadweight loss, that's going to be C plus F. But to be technical about it, it's going to be distance here, which is 3. So it'll be 1/2 3 times the distance here, which is 400. So that would be 1,200. Half of that, $600. That's the deadweight loss. It's the area of C and F. Okay. Then consumer surplus, going to be some different color. We'll do some blue. From here to here to here. It's just A. And so it's 1/2. Move this down a little bit. It's 1/2. Top here, 6 times 1,000. So that's 6,000. We can do that in our head. Half of 6,000 is 3,000. $3,000 is the consumer surplus. The producer surplus is going to be the area of E. It's the area below the price, but above the supply curve. So it'd just be E. 1/2. So this is from 3 up to 7, so that's 4. And then 4 on 1,000 is 4,000. Half of that, $2,000. And we're all set.